Hello everyone, this is Janet, live session with James. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a while since we had James. For some reason I managed to get James. James is not easy to come, but you are welcome to this live session today. I brought James. For those who don't know James, he's gonna tell us more about himself. But before we begin, thank you so much always for following. Thank you so much for always coming and supporting me. Winnie is the first one to come in. 13 people already watching. Thank you so much for coming. If we have time, we'll kind of answer your questions. You can hear from James. You know, you've heard so much from Janet. Finally, we need to hear from James also, okay? As always, for those who don't know me, Janet Rangi, subscribe on YouTube, okay? I always say, click the notification button, Janet Rangi, okay? On YouTube. Remember, as always, subscribe on YouTube, okay? We love you for loving our page. Give us a thumbs up. We love you for following. We love you for liking our page. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for being here for me always, okay? All right, so the reason why I did this video today, honestly, is because many people, James, they did not win the green card.
Okay.
This is why I said, you know what? Let's get people that have lived this life before, so they can come here and actually explain to people what really happens. Because most of the time, the green card is something that people think they will win. And when they don't win, they get discouraged, okay? So anyway, without wasting any time today, James, tell us about yourself today.
Hi, everybody. From wherever you're watching us, if it's in Africa, some of you guys here in US. I'm James. I came here as a student. Back in 2005, I came under scholarship. I used to run cross country and track and field, and I've been here for a while. Went to school here, graduated from State University, New Mexico State University, and from there I proceeded to work for a company, a well-known company here in the US. So I've been working. So actually just turned my 8 years anniversary with the same company since I left school. Like Janet say, most people have, tried to apply for green cards and all that. But to me, my opinion is it's also more like a job. Even here in US, when you're applying for a job, you have to apply a couple of times and a couple of jobs.
I agree.
So you have to diversify your, pretty much.
Think outside the box.
Yeah, you have to think outside the box and diversify your opportunity. You cannot just do it once and expect that it will go your way. So you're persistent and consistency. I think it will get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Green cards, jobs, Some people can come to US and after graduating from school, that's when reality also hits you, Everything went so good. You got a green card, you got what you needed. But when it comes to the job, you feel like everything should fall into place just like how the green card went. But no. So green cards and jobs, anything that you have to apply, expect some disappointment. But your persistence is what really gets you to the next level.
Yeah, but when you are home, did you ever think you will come here? Me, I always want to put things in perspective. Like, I'm very practical. So I like imagining myself in their position whereby you're just having a thought. Mm-hmm. Some of them are not interested coming here.
Yeah.
Okay, but then they meet someone that came here and then they change their mind. But some of them specifically on this page, okay, we want to come here, improve our lives, and take information back home for the community, generally speaking.
Yeah.
So on this page, we talk about scholarships, we talk about admissions, we talk about green cards, as you said, we talk about J1 cultural exchange visas, and then when we come here, we talk about how people transition their careers from home to fit into the society, and when they are here, we talk about how to pay for school.
Yeah.
Because not always do you get scholarship. So we want to know when a student comes here, how are they going to survive? So James, take us through your process. Like, did you just think one day and you say, okay, I'm going to America? Like, what happened? Because now imagine yourself, you're still back home. So what happened,
Well, actually, you're right. When it comes to scholarship, me, I never thought about coming to US with scholarship. I was actually training in Eldoret, thinking I'm gonna run for Kenya. You know how things goes in Kenya. You know, people train, and if you're good in running, you train, and your anticipation is that you're gonna go run some track and field somewhere, some some invitations in Europe and make some money. But then someone came and changed my opinion. It's one of my neighbor's son. Pretty much just my neighbor.
Yeah.
He was a coach here in US, and he came to Kenya, and he told me, I'm a track and field coach, but I do it for college. What is your intentions with this running? You know, you can train and something might happen, but if I take you to college and use your talent and better yourself, even if you age and you stop running, if running doesn't pay off eventually, at least you will use it as
a
way to come here, and also more like a stepping stone to academics.
So did the coach apply for your school? Like, did you go through the admission process yourself? How did you end up choosing this school anyway? And what's the name of the school? So we can know. Some of us are runners, so we are just looking for a specific school that is maybe cheaper. And what course did you do? You know, so generally speaking, walk us through that.
So my coach, when he talked me about considerations of scholarship, I looked at it and said, he has a point. So the school was a community college. I think I've had this discussion, when I was here, 2 months ago, and we were talking about how you can come with a community college. So I came through a community college, and a community college is a smaller college than the ones that are known out there, the 4-year college. It's more like a technical school, back, at home or something like that. So it's a 2-year college where you get your associate degree, and then if you graduate, you move on to a university. So I came under that college. It was easy, it's cheaper. I think it was, I would say tuition per semester was $1,500.
Okay, $1,500, so $1,500 per semester. That's very affordable
semester,
for a community college.
Yeah.
And you know what? I encourage them so much, because not everyone can afford these big universities, but you just need to get here.
You just need to get here. Yeah, the college's name is...
Like someone, Tonya, is saying, I would love to come, but I don't have the money. That's why I do these videos, because people don't have the information, especially when it comes to community colleges.
Yes.
And just not to cut you short, but before, when I was talking about community colleges, some people used to say that, if I go to the embassy and I have a master's program, I already have a first degree, or just a community college, they will deny me a visa. But honestly, I've been doing this for a while, and I've been seeing people getting visas, community college visas. So, feel encouraged. They are generally cheaper, So you went to a community college yourself?
Yeah, and the college is called Dine College. The spelling is Dine by here. It was actually Native American community college. So they pronounce it as Dine College, but it's Dine.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, so so I came through there, and I went there I studied business management, and after 2 years I graduated with an associate, and I moved on to a 4-year college with another scholarship. So I transferred my credits to a 4-year college that offered me a scholarship for running. So pretty much you just get yourself aligned. And like Janet was saying, sometimes you have plans. Some people don't even want to come to US for scholarship or school, but you never know. Opportunity knocks your door, and sometimes your plans. I always say God's plans is better than your plans. I never knew that maybe that was God's plan. Because my plans were different.
Someone just said they got admission. Geraldine, for those watching, if you go down, Geraldine got admission in a community college in Silicon Valley. Okay, do Kenyan universities degrees count in the US? Can you answer that? And someone else said, how do I join the army? And he's here already. So those are questions. So start with the ones who said what?
The Kenyan degrees?
Yeah.
The Kenyan degrees, I think you have to go through...
But generally, we are speaking about, international, foreign degrees, generally speaking,
They go through something called accreditation,
where
they have to, the universities here will have to contact, I think it's an agent back in Kenya that accredits certain universities to see if their degrees are worthy.
Yeah, no, actually they do them here, the credentialing services.
Yeah.
And those who followed me, I always give them like the World Education Services, ECE. The universities will guide you.
Yeah.
So if you are asking if they accept them, yes, because if you have a first degree and you come here for a master's, they're going to accept your degree. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now you can have a master's from America, then you can find a job.
Yes.
So generally schools accept foreign education. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got a few friends that came here with their
Yeah.
bachelors and they came straight to do masters.
Yeah, people are happy to see you, James. I'm seeing James. We are happy to see you. It took you too long to come back, so welcome on the page. I forgot to welcome you, by the way, but you know,
Thank you,
I guess
guys.
you've come here before. I forgot to do that. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Again.
By the way, you're interacting with many runners.
Yeah.
Do they join the military? Have you had people joining the military? Personally, I heard that these days you have to be a permanent resident or citizen. But to be quite honest, one of my followers is here in America, and she told me the school gave her an option of joining the military, and she's on F1 student visa. So generally, they are just recruiters in these small towns. You can go and ask your questions. That's the best thing I would say.
Yes.
Have you seen those recruiters? They are most. If you Google, they are in many cities close to you. You can go there and just ask questions. Do you have anything else to say?
They're actually in most of the cities.
Yeah,
most of the cities.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, I cannot really. I have friends who left, graduated and went straight to military, but things change, you know, especially now with the political
administration.
stuff. So I cannot really. I think the cutoff was last year, and they used to join based on, you know, the advantage that we had. We can speak Swahili. Okay.
Or you mean interpreter?
Interpreters,
You can join as someone interpreter,
But I think that program, unfortunately, from what I heard from a friend who, the last one that joined is that they were the last group.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in US, I think the best way to go is to go to
a recruiting. You just go to never say never, because as I said, we thought it's impossible until one of my followers said, Janet, by the way, when you told me, I was telling them many ways of, you know, paying for school fees. I don't have to do a lot today because I want James to do most of the talking. You know, they've been hearing a lot from me, you know. So someone is saying, from Ghana, how can I get a scholarship to do my master's in healthcare administration? Another one is, I'm a graduate economist. Are there opportunities to practice in USA? Basically, they're saying, are there opportunities to practice here? And can they get scholarships? So two things, they're asking about scholarships.
Yeah.
And if they can work here using their credentials they have already at home. So how will you go about that?
Well, I think we talked last time about different kinds of scholarships. There's the sports scholarships, and there's academic scholarships, and that will go based on academic scholarship goes based on your what we call here GPA.
What if they are still home?
You can apply, and if you have a good grades, here we call them GPAs, good grades, the university will take a look at it, and they will say, okay, you qualify for specific scholarship, and it's usually academic scholarship, where they pay for pretty much, it could be a percentage of the scholarship, and plus they will maybe give you employment at school. If you're coming for masters, there's what we call a student assistant, where you can teaching assistant, where you can teach lower classes in a university, like the first year, second year. So you get academic plus that.
Okay.
So it depends with your grades. Again, if you are applying, like we are saying, you can come here with your degree from, international degrees. If they give you a good, if they grade you at a higher level, then you will end up with the academic scholarship.
Okay. So generally, what I tell them about scholarships, you can't go asking for a scholarship if you have nothing in your pocket. Generally, I tell people the first thing you should do is to apply for a school. Get admission. Once you get the admission status, now you are considered a student. They might have some scholarships for international students.
Yes.
Always first things first. I've met followers who come here telling me, Janet, I need a scholarship. all good, but honestly, do your homework, get a school, get into a program, one step at a time. These things come in increments, okay? And then when you come here, I'll summarize. I told them when you come here, they don't have the money. It's always good to visit the international office. We've talked about student work programs where you can work 20 hours per week. We have CPT where you can work full-time, especially if you're in the master's program. Write down, these are very important points. Work program, CPT, and then if you have economic hardship, you can always go to the international office and say, hey, my currency has changed. My uncle was planning to support me, but he's no longer going to support me. What can you help me? Can you file for me economic hardship? They can file for you a work permits. After that, you find a way of paying through school fees. Then, as we said, scholarships and everything else. Basically, people find ways to survive. Always think the first things first, okay? First things first. But the other one said, how about jobs? He has done economics. Can they come and work here?
Yeah, you can. The easiest answer, again, you try to get yourself here. There's programs right now, like I think it's the STEM program, like science, technology. Is it engineering?
Engineering and mathematics.
And mathematics.
Yeah.
High skilled. Any country will be looking for people like that. High skilled individuals. And again, if you are at a higher, if you have a good experience, better experience, if they are looking for someone like you, some companies will hire you directly from where you are.
Yeah, so it happens.
Yeah,
but the best thing is to come, graduate, and then move on from there.
We
always say first things first. Come here first.
Come here first.
Yeah, that's come here first. So we've answered those two questions. Yeah, someone was denied a visiting visa. What can you advise them?
Again, I mean, to me, like when I started, the introduction of this video, again, don't be disappointed. Okay, don't be disappointed. It is exactly my experience with application of anything, when you're applying for anything. If you stop there, then it stops with you.
The end.
That's it. Okay. Persistence, sometimes there are people who are so persistent to where even the embassy will be
at
like,
some point they're like,
let's just give this person. I mean, they have already incurred the expenses.
Yeah.
I mean, they have you never know.
Yeah.
Okay. Persistent. But if you stop just because they are denied your visa, then you never know. The next time could be the time that you're coming.
Yeah.
Okay?
True.
So anything that has to do with application, you're applying for something, keep applying. Keep applying.
So that's the best advice
Yes,
we
keep
tell them.
applying. Yeah, you never know.
Just go on the embassy and follow directions. Make a good application. Give yourself a good chance. By there, I've made embassy videos. You can go on YouTube, Janet Rangi. You can find some of those. All right. So someone.
And maybe another advice. Okay, keep applying, but maybe you might need to change the nature of your visit. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you might need to change the nature of your visit.
From what to what?
Maybe you could be visiting for conference. I mean, they will respect things like church. But if you say the first time you're visiting for what you call
graduation,
just graduation,
yeah,
they might say no. But if it's something that's adding value to
the conference,
like something that's adding value to you and the country that you are visiting, and you might end up taking it back and share the experience, but if you're visiting just to visit and they ask you what is it that you're going to, I'm gonna go see my brother, come on. They say let your brother come this way, he has the money to
okay come. I've never looked at it that way. I've
your
never
brother will come.
I've never thought about that. That's a very good point.
So change the nature of your visit. Don't just say I'm going to see my brother and then they say why don't your brother come here? He doesn't miss you too. Okay. But you're going for a conference.
You're coming to make a difference back home.
Is it a church conference? It is whatever.
Something that brings value.
Okay. They'll be like, okay, it adds value there, it adds value to you when you come back from this visitation, you can share your experience.
How did you change from student? Some of us want to know, you say you came as a student, how come you're a United States citizen now? Yeah. So walk us through that process. I'm answering someone's question. I'm looking at your questions. Mary, thank you so much. Everybody else,
So, I mean, To me, I was a student and I have a daughter. So, and I'm wearing the chain is my daughter's picture. So I have a daughter. So I ended up meeting her mom. She was a teammate in college. So in 2009, we ended up having a daughter. I was still a student, and due to that nature, and I ended up getting married, and she's U.S. citizen. So that's how.
So she filed for your marriage visa.
Yeah, I changed. I was a parent before I actually graduated. It's not like I graduated and then, so my status was beginning to change while I was still a student.
Okay, so you are F1 student visa and then you change to a green card.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know,
yeah,
usually it's permanent residency. The other name is green card.
Yeah.
When you stay in the US for 5 years, you can apply for citizenship.
Yeah.
Once they approve you, you become a citizen. So thank you for sharing your story,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
So that's how you changed your status. So many people ask that because many of them, like me also, I came as a student, by the way. I came as a student to do a degree, not a degree, English as a second language. I was surprised the embassy gave me a visa though. It was just a small program for English. I was coming to Vermont, St. Michael's College, that's where I went to. And then I had a degree in nursing, a bachelor's degree in nursing. So when I came here, I did the American exam called the NCLEX. All the nurses that do RNs do that exam. When I passed, I got a hospital that sponsored me for a green card. So that way you can see there are many ways. So I always say just come here. It's not about the lottery.
Yeah.
So when you come here, you can always change your status. Yeah, so someone was asking about how they can change their status and we've just answered that.
Yeah.
Someone is following from Houston. Nice discussion. Kudos, James and Janet. Thank you so much. How do you pronounce that name?
Which one?
The ones who is giving us... Their names are difficult, but we see your comment.
Peter Gamble.
Yeah.
And there's a guy that asked there, and I wanted to catch it. He asked, "Can you apply for US visa in Dubai?" You can apply for a visa as long as you are not in US, any other country. If I want to go to Canada, and they require a visa, I can actually go to Canadian embassy here in US and apply for a visa for Canada. You cannot apply for a visa in the same country that you are, but as long as you are outside, you can go to Mexico and apply for a visa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you are not Mexican.
Yeah, those embassies are there to serve
the
other
American
foreign,
interest.
Yeah, American, other foreign non-Americans.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't. You don't have to be a citizen of that country.
And immigration is federal law, so
Yeah.
it's they represent the whole of the United States, not just different states. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Someone from Nigeria is saying, Lukman is saying, okay, Maria is saying, hey Janet. So people are happy to see you again, James.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this community college keeps on coming up. I'm so happy people are getting into these community colleges. Name of the school again, please, watching from me. I went to St. Michael's College, Vermont. I didn't graduate. I passed the exam and then they gave me a nursing license in Nevada. I endorsed the license in New Jersey. I got the employer in New Jersey. They filed my green card. But then I went back to school for my master's program. I went to UCLA, University of California.
Yeah.
Okay, so I finished that and then I did my postgraduate studies at University of Texas. So, well, who is that? Can I apply for a visa while in another country of which I'm not that sweet? You answered that one.
Yes.
I think he said it again.
Yes.
Okay, is it a must to have a host to come over? Good question. Okay. Or a Deb from Australia. Would you know if Australia has an equivalent of the green card? I don't know anything about Australia. I know Canada has permanent residency through the express entry, but if you get there, you will see things open up for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the question was, there was a question.
Community colleges?
Yeah, mine was.
Okay, do you have to have a host?
You have to. I mean, if you're going to the embassy, the first question, where are you going?
Okay.
Whether you're going to school, where are you going? Okay. Because you're going to Florida, okay. I'm going there for business. Okay, you're gonna get there. We assume you'll be staying in a hotel. They want that information.
Yeah, you're staying in a hotel. I like that.
Yeah, you're staying in a hotel.
So you don't have to have a host. Let's say you're coming for a conference. Can't you stay in a hotel, right?
It's the nature of the visit.
Okay.
So we assume you're going for this nature, if it's entrepreneur, it's business, yeah, you're gonna stay in a hotel, or maybe you can answer, I have a friend there that, you know. So, and if you're coming to college, the reason why they want the financial details is that, yeah, you're gonna go to stay, that will be your address. They wanna know where you'll be. And when you're there, they wanna know how are you gonna survive, how are you gonna finance yourself. Is it scholarship, is it financing? And sometimes that's where the bank statements come in. Now you have to prove that you can. So host, yes, you might need to have a host. I think if you're going to the embassy, get ready with those kind of answers, because it could be, it could solidify the reason why they will give you the visa. If they think you're gonna go there and kind of struggle because you don't have a host, or you don't have the money to sustain yourself, then that's why many people get denied visas.
Someone is saying, how heavy should your bank statement be for you to get admission or to come over, you think?
Good answer is, how heavy is the tuition?
Yeah,
you know, like what mine, I said I had scholarship, it was $1,500. My account should not be as heavy as if I was paying for it. If they see $30,000 US, that's too much actually. They know you will survive.
You just enough for even one first year. But they will guide, the school will guide you how much. By the way, whatever you show to school is what you take.
Yes.
That's a good question, because before they give you I-20, they always want you to show a bank statement.
Yes.
From my followers, some of them it has been $20,000, some of them is $15,000.
UCLA, it's way up there, you know.
Yeah. But if you are having a community college, maybe they only need $10,000. So it just depends. If it's a community college, maybe even $9,000. Yeah, if you are going to Harvard, maybe $50,000. So everything is different. If you are coming for a conference, obviously it's maybe just money for your hotel and food, you know, and housing. So if you're coming for graduation, same thing.
Yes.
And most of the time, I don't think they even ask for those things. It just depends on how strong is your application on DS 160.
Yes.
Do they like what they are seeing? Someone saying, how visible is it for you to transfer their careers from Nigeria to, let's say, Canada or USA after 45 years of age?
In the same job?
Yeah, so I think his concern is age. And how possible is that?
Good thing with this country, there's no age discrimination, especially if you're 40 and up.
Even good.
You fall under protected class.
Oh, what is protected class?
Protected class is it's a class of the population. It comprises of minorities and women and age.
So in other words, you're saying they are not supposed to discriminate based on age.
Yes. So like if you're black, you cannot be discriminated. If you feel you're discriminated and you did not get a job because of your race, then so that's a
in
class.
In this case, is the age.
And then for age is 40+. Okay. And disability, people with disability, and women. So you fall, especially if you're 40 and up, most companies tend to be sensitive about it, because they avoid getting sued.
From experience, by the way, many people ask me, I'm 35, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that you're still a baby. 35 is so young in this country, and I know it's different at home. But here, actually, you know, even 50 people are getting married for the first time, 60. So what is... So long as you're breathing, someone said they almost asked the same question. So that was a very good question. By the way, I get that question a lot. Someone said she's from California. She has benefited a lot from the video. I'm surprised how many people are benefiting, and they're already here in America. I've had students going to the international office and changing their lives. The whole point is we don't want anyone to be deported because of lack of information. And these things are there, but sometimes you have to pay a lot. I tell people this video, sometimes the information they get, it could have been worth $10,000 if they went to a lawyer. We are not lawyers, we are bloggers. I'm a blogger. James is a guest.
I'm a guest,
Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
So asking for my brother, he's clinical doctor in Kenya, must he go back to school?
Yes. That is my area, so I understand that very well. Yeah. If you're a doctor, usually they have exams. I think they have part 1 and part 2. You have to do those exams, and they usually come on a visa called J1 visa. And then when they come here, they have to apply for residency. First of all, pass the exams. I think part 1 and part 2. Once you pass, you apply, not one school, you apply 20, 40 schools. Okay? I usually encourage people, unless you are very interested in surgery, orthopedics and such, primary care, pediatrics, psychiatry, those are easy to get into. Okay? Maternal, child hair, childbirth and all those, foreign doctors don't get in. They like American trained. But most of the others you'll get in, they are just competitive. But you'll do residency for 4 years. That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Some residency programs will be 3 years, some will be 4 years. And then from there, you start working. The good news, during residency, they pay you. Okay? They might pay you equivalent to a high school teacher. Say maybe $40,000, $50,000 per year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then when you graduate, of course, you become a full-blown doctor. So that's the process. So tell your brother, clinical doctor, if they did medicine, that is the process. J1 visa, do part 1, part 2, TOEFL, come here, apply for residency programs. Okay, J1 visa, by the way, you have to meet the home residency requirements. After you're done, you're supposed to go back for 2 years before you come back. But most people go into government institutions and then they are waived. Okay, good information there.
How do I do nursing
prerequisite from Kenya? Unless it's online, you have to ask the program if they accept online courses, but they have to be here, because even if you do them here, when you come here, they might accept some and refuse some. Sometimes they accept credits, transfer credits. Have you seen that? I know, Sarah, when you come with education from home, they can accept some of your credits.
Yes, yeah.
And give you.
The best thing when it comes to transferring credits, my experience here in US, even because I transferred from one school to another, finish that degree. It's so, because you might end up losing some classes that you paid for. So like me, I was doing associate in business management, more administration, and some of my friends did not complete their college, but they wanted to transfer to another college, which was outside the state. And each state, let's say I was in New Mexico, if you transfer to California, they have their own requirements. So if you didn't finish the degree, you don't bring a solid, you pretty much, they will drop some credits, and they say for you to actually get to where we need you to be, they will need you to take some additional classes. For me, I finished that degree, I got my degree, then I went to the next college and said, I have an associate degree. So they didn't tell me,
So associate degree is like diploma you are doing in a community college,
yes,
and then you transfer to a 4-year university.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So it is a stopping point, and then you continue. And they cannot go back and say, you have to do these credits, because you have attained some level of academic requirement.
Yeah.
So finish your degree, bring, if it's a diploma, say this is my diploma.
Yes.
I did 2 years here and it's done, it's completed. Yeah.
Someone, the lady that said the brother is a doctor, yes, you can do exams from home. You ask for a visiting visa, come do the exams, go back again, come back, do. When you pass, now you apply for J1. When you are ready, you got the residency program. Someone said, does the US Embassy discriminate based on how long you've been out of school? Let's say they graduated high school or college 10 years ago. Can they go to the embassy?
I don't think, if you're going to the embassy to get a college here, if the school has, number one, if the college has said it's okay, even after you've been out for a while, if the college has said it's okay for you to now come here, the embassy will just say, can you pay for it?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, the college has already admitted you.
Yeah.
But I think you have to show you are busy. You can't just come and then you look like you've been cobwebs. What have you been doing within those 10 years?
You have to validate your reasons.
Yeah.
I think if the college has validated that you can come, and you have to validate why is it that after all these years now, you want to proceed are you using the college just to get there? I mean, they are trained to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah.
So if you are just, you are just laying around, you cannot account for the time that the difference between the gap between college, high school, and that time. Yeah, even jobs. If you cannot account for that time, they'll be like, where were you?
Yeah, how are you gonna perform well if you've just been you come from the kitchen, now you're going to school? How will you get A's and B's? You know? Yeah.
Nobody, even in US employment, will have to ask you.
By the way, that's what you do for a living, right?
Yes.
You're a manager, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I work for Walmart. Yeah.
As a manager. So you do a lot of firing.
I do. I prefer a lot of hiring.
Okay, I was just joking. So I have to make this a little bit interesting. But you do fire people, though.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make those decisions.
Yeah, you have to make tough decisions. But now you know what it takes to hire people. Now, Magdalene was saying, how do you change J1 visa? Yes, most hospitals, especially the underserved populations, you don't want to go in a big city that has a lot of oceans and mountains where everyone wants to live. You want to go to those communities that want doctors. And those jobs will file for you a green card, so you'll be able to change your status to green card and eventually to citizenship. It's always like, that's always the process, by the way. That's always the process.
And that's a good point. I think most people that travel from... want to come to US, they see a lot of Hollywood movies and all that, and they think California is the only place to go.
Yeah.
Or you guys have heard about Dallas, you wanna go there. Or you've heard about Chicago, you wanna go there. There's a million people you're gonna go compete with.
Yeah.
You gotta minimize your competition. You know.
Like me and James.
Yeah, I think the best advice my former coach told me, when you graduate, don't discriminate cities. Chase money, don't chase cities. Okay. If they are paying you 1 million per year and you're citizen number 2 in that city, be citizen number 2 in that city. Because you can always fly around this country.
Yeah.
If you are in a financial position to do so. But you can be in Chicago with a bunch of doctors and all of you guys are applying for the same thing. Or you can be in a city that has 500 people and 0 doctor. Guess who's gonna get the job? You're gonna get the job.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't come to US and try to be,
Stephanie's in Idaho. Stephanie's in Idaho and she loves it. You see, you go to those unique places. Yeah. Someone keeps on saying, Janet, talk about hospitality. I feel like if I don't say that, he's gonna go home disappointed. So I don't know what he means by that. The hotel industry.
Hospitality, yeah, that's pretty much hotel industry.
Yeah. Because we are not experts, maybe it's not easy to talk about things that we don't know. But I've talked about, people applying for exchange programs and they come and work on J1 visas. Like if you just go on the website for Marriott hotels, you will see how they employ people, and you'll find there that they will send you somewhere else to connect you for people that sponsor J1 and come. Just like people can go to what do we call it, Disneyland on J1 visa. Yeah. So anyway, what is Elizabeth is coming in. There are so many questions that we missed, guys, but sometimes the questions keep on going fast as we go. So we'll keep on watching and seeing. Yes, hotel industry. That's I hope I've helped. Just go there and you will see Marriott hotels. What I mean. Can you talk about information technology as well? Otherwise, great content, guys. King is saying that.
Yeah, IT is kinda. We were talking about STEM program, so it's a high-skilled area where you can get a work visa.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, what I think this country is looking for is cybersecurity.
So that's a good one to go in.
Yeah, if you are doing IT and you have not specialized in cyber security, that's the next what we consider war. It's a cyber war. So every country wants to be in a position to protect themselves. So cyber security, and I don't like to be political, but the last 2 years in this country on CNN is being investigations about elections and all that kind of cyber stuff that happened. So it's something that this country is aware, hacking and all that kind of stuff. So if you're doing IT, I prefer you specialize or get some experience in a cyber.
And what I can say about IT, those are most of the H-1B visas are given to people with IT, information technology. So most companies hire foreign trained IT specialists through H1B visa. H1B visa is always good for 3 years. You can renew it for another 3 years. It's 6. But meanwhile, as you do the H1B program, they can file for you citizenship. And so it's very, it's a good market. I mean, you have a good market if that's what you're wanting. Now, if you come here, they'll probably train you because they take foreign education. Yeah. But if you're here in the United States, consider looking for OPT, and then they can file for your H1B visa. So yes, it's a good industry. People asking about finance and accounting. That's your area. I don't know what you have anything to say about that. People asking about cheap community colleges. Someone is telling me, Janet, find a blogger in Canada to say what you say. I touch Canada just a little bit, but I can't say anything about things I don't know. Me, I specialize in the US. Sometimes I give them information about Canada. Yeah. But right now, Canada is looking for millions of immigrants. They want to make the economy strong. So if you are hearing, they are not rumors, it's real. Okay? Express entry is real. But the best thing I always say from experience and the people who succeeded there is to find yourself there. Yeah. Yeah, find yourself there. That's usually the best way. The best way is just whether you go as a student, as a visitor. You don't want to demonstrate at the border that's why you're going there permanently. You have to demonstrate the reasons why you're going. Yeah. I'm assuming, okay? I've never lived there. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a blogger. Okay? All right. Just don't come to Dallas. People are crazy here. Believe me. Oh, is that true, James? I don't know. You've lived in Dallas before?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good city.
Engineering is good, yeah.
Yeah, I came from Dallas just last week and I was there. It's a nice city. I mean, all I'm saying, you're just gonna be putting yourself. Can you imagine? I'm gonna say this in my way of expression. I'm a Kenyan. I came to a community college that was one of the best runners. But there's some colleges here, the universities that recruit nothing but Kenyans. So do you think I'll be stronger in a university where my team is all Kenyans? No, man, you're competing with your own people.
Yeah, they'll beat
But if you go to a college that you're the only Kenyan, most likely you're the top runner in that team. Okay, so when they're looking at you and giving you scholarship, they're appreciating because of what you're bringing to the table. If I'm going to compete with people who are world-class international runners, but they're running at a college level, no, expect me to fight for the top one position, and sometimes it might be tough. Okay, so when you put yourself in a bigger city, it's more like you're putting yourself with the elite, and you have to be
good, the best,
better than those elite, or at least an elite. Okay, so put yourself in a situation where, okay, do research and say this city needs, doctors. This city has, and if you're from Africa, if you're a minority, let's say, in this country, it's good to look at cities where there is less minorities, because when they say hiring process, it goes with equal employment opportunity, where if there's two, let's say, an African American or a black individual and a white individual of this, and they have the same experience, they'll go with the black guy. But I've been to Dallas and I know how many black guys are there. So you'll be competing with other black folks, and equal employment there does not play part, because most of the candidates that were interviewed were African Americans. So if they say no to you, it's not because they did not choose you because of your race. They'll be choosing the other guy because of
better credentials.
Yeah, credential. He's an elite.
Yeah.
But if you're in a city in Colorado and you show up with a white guy and you have the same degree,
and maybe they're looking for diversity, because you bring some uniqueness to the company. I applied last year for a nurse anesthetist, but they denied me the visa at the embassy. So why do people get denied generally? We don't work there, but me, I've always say follow directions. But the law, from what I've read from my research, the law requires them to demonstrate family ties or ties back home. So if you cannot show compelling reasons that you'll go back home, usually they have a problem with that. And it just depends how strong your DS-160 was. Me, I always say DS-160 came from the United States. Take it seriously.
Yeah. And how you answer questions. How you answer questions.
It has nothing to do with what you applied. It has something to do with you personally, wherever, but me, I always say do it again. As James, you said, it's about persistence. Yeah, people that give up, they have no place. If you give up, it will never work for you. You just have to keep on going. Yeah.
Change your approach.
Yeah.
If you apply for anything.
Yeah, read the next lesson.
Yeah, if you apply for anything and you go back and kind of reflect at how did you answer those questions. Maybe you can find the answers and say, I'm gonna go back and change my approach. I want to visit 3 universities before
I make a decision.
Then you'll be coming on a visiting visa.
He wants to visit first, or he wants to choose a university. Choose based on your course, based on price is important, work programs, scholarships. Those are the things that will help you decide. So someone else.
I'm late for. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I was driving. Thank you.
You're driving. Thank you for coming, Kwamboka. Yeah. Mwai is saying what?
What are the chances for visa if you are doing
an oral presentation for a research paper at the university? It has nothing to do with what you're doing. I think that you just have to meet the requirements that the embassy is asking, right?
That goes with the one of the previous questions about being denied visiting visa. We were talking about if they see what you're visiting and your presentation is gonna benefit US, and you're actually demonstrating by how you're answering those questions at the embassy. Again, your approach and the intentions will give them a good impression of you. But if you approach and you have good approach, but you have bad intentions, it will go with the impression and they will deny you. So I think the reason that you stated, that's a positive one. You just go there with good intentions and good approach.
Yeah. I have a brother in the US. Can that also help me getting student visa? It won't help you in terms of getting visas, but he can help you apply and send you an I-20.
Or you can financially demonstrate
that you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And even housing, yes.
As a host.
But as a decision, no.
No, yeah. And if your brother is in good standing with the country, also if your family member here is not in trouble, or if the type to be in trouble, don't use him. Don't.
Yeah.
They don't want another
troublemaker.
Yeah. So you might need to try not to use your family member as a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If a foreign nurse has finished the whole process for CGFNS, can they find hospitals? Me, I prefer using agents, but you can Google around and find hospitals that sponsor. I've realized most hospitals don't sponsor you directly, they use agents. So it's up to the agent to finish everything and present a ready minted nurse, and then they pay them money.
Yeah.
So I prefer just using agents. You can do it yourself and call the hospitals. There's no way of knowing. By then, one day, I think I'll come up with a list if I know the list of where people have been going. But usually they go through agents. But if you finish the process, you can do it yourself, but you will have to do a lot of work calling hospitals and see if they can sponsor you for a job. Otherwise, use an agent.
This question is twice. Dogbo?
Midwife, you have to have a general nursing, not just midwife to do CGFNS. You have to do all the nursing courses, general nursing for 3 to 4 years. Diploma or bachelor's degree for you to qualify. To do the NCLEX exam. You can't come like a psychiatric nurse, a midwife, that is too narrow. They are looking for general nursing. Okay? Julius is saying you need to reply the message in the inbox. Okay. Or last you came to Janet's show, you never replied.
So many, and I apologize. I have so many messages that were coming. I mean, I guarantee you after this, there will be a lot of messages. And sometimes I try to get to everything, but I'm also a career man. And by the time you respond, the day is over or something like that. So I'll try to get to the answers. But if I don't be offended.
Yeah. Engineering is marketable. Find yourself here. You missed Alice Gitonga said something about, what was it, community colleges. Do you have a degree? Can they deny you admission? So long as the college has given you admission, what is the embassy going to say? You present the best way you can. Because the college is the one that decides.
Yeah.
The embassy has nothing to do with education. That is, I don't know, that's my opinion.
My experience with colleges, they they have a lot of say. If they think you are worthy to be in their school, and they will provide you with all the information.
I-20,
I'll give an example. I came here when I was given my I-20. I-20 is the invitation to go to that school, and you take it to the embassy. And when I was told by the college, when my coach came back to US, I thought he was playing with me, so he immediately sent me I-20, and I didn't even have a passport. So July 31st, I got my I-20. Actually, it was being FedExed. I didn't have a passport. It took me 2 days to get a passport in 2005. So you have to hustle. Okay. I didn't have TOEFL, which is a requirement. And I'm supposed to be in US August 25th. I have less than 30 days to get a passport to do TOEFL. So I'm trying to respond to why colleges are very important. So I explained to the college that I don't have the time to do TOEFL, but we are in an English-speaking country, and I'm fluent in English. Most of Kenyans actually are fluent in English. So
African nations, especially this, except French speaking.
It depends. Like Ethiopia, they will require for TOEFL. So most of African countries
they can waive.
So they sent I-20 and a waiver for TOEFL, and I took that to embassy. And guess what? They didn't even ask about it, because if the school say you're good, you're good. All you need to do is demonstrate. Don't tell the school I'm fluent, and go to the embassy and you cannot even communicate. They'll be like, you lied to the school, number one. So they can deny your visa. But they have a huge say. And if they say, we're going to waive this, that's good, but don't go to the embassy and claim and speak English. So school has a lot of say. And once they give you a chance, it's for you to prove. School can do their part. You do the rest.
Someone is saying, Janet, give us a genuine agent in Nairobi or in Kenya. I'm coming for the conference. I'll have sponsors. I'll have people coming there to put their things there, whether they are lawyers or they are sponsors or they are agents. Because what I do, for me, I'm kind of a brand. I give free information, but under my umbrella, there are many people, even there are tour companies, say, Janet, can you put my tour company there? So there'll be agents. Of course, Janet will choose the ones that I believe has demonstrated that they can actually help people, okay? D+, what D level? You always start with a community college. If you got a D, okay? Or they don't discriminate, again, you start all over. What do you think? If someone has a D+, do they have a chance? I mean, crossing the embassy is always the most difficult.
If the school if the school believes in you with your grades, I don't know, the embassy has not say.
It's true.
So again, it's the school. You apply, if they take your grade and they say, we'll give you a chance, we'll start you somewhere. You might need to take some prerequisites, but we'll give you a chance. Don't go to the embassy with demonstrating your grade. You go there with your confidence. It's the approach. You can have an A and fail at the embassy. Okay, so the school give you a chance. And then you go to the embassy with an A grade. You're this one, smart guy or individual, and you go there and you demonstrate arrogance. They're gonna deny you. So your grades has nothing to do with the embassy. That
question, Julius is asking a very sensitive question.
Which one is?
You see, Julius, you see what he's saying? Janet is a problem right now. US Embassy Nigeria put EOS, no extension stay, and no adjustment of status. I saw one person, I think that person, they stamped, when they came here with a visiting visa, they stamped no extension and no change of status. And many people on visiting visas, they were thinking if they come here, they can change status and extend. But for me, I saw only one. It looks like someone went and posted on Instagram, and it kind of went viral. So unless I see the second or third person, because these things are one person at a time. Me, I haven't had, by the way, I went to Google and see if there's a change in policy for that. I didn't see anything. Nothing came up except those pictures that are circulating everywhere.
Yeah.
If it happened to one person, you don't know the circumstances, and we are sorry for that person, really.
Yeah.
But it's one person, okay? But from now, if I start getting, because I do this every day for, not for a living, but I enjoy doing this, believe you me, if someone else comes in, I'll come and tell you. So far, it's the same image I'm getting. I go in my inbox, same image. I go on my wall, same image.
Yeah.
So it was one person, you know. So although I think they used to have something called what, the one that if you have a visiting visa in Nigeria, you can just go in the box. I don't know how they call it. You can always just renew online and extend.
Yeah.
But now they are saying if you come to the United States on a visiting visa, and then you go back, you just don't do it online. That is Nigeria. You have to go back again and present face-to-face interview. Those changes are true. But about this stamp that was on that, I've done my research. I don't see anything big coming up. So if I see 2, 3, 4, 5 cases, I'll present. So far, it's just that one case. So I don't know if it was specific to that person. It's a new change of policy. You know, now people are sensitive with the current administration. Anything that happens, people are just saying, okay, the world is coming to an end. No, the world will not come to an end. We'll always survive and we'll always adapt. That's why me, I don't give up.
Yes.
I will go with the change. Okay, we can't go getting worried. Some things, when they're out of your control, don't control things. Don't control situations. You will continue living your life. Okay, let them do what they have to do. Us will do what they have. Now we deal with what we have. Okay, now unless you want to, if you're here and you want to, you know, make a difference in life, then you can go and in politics, you know, you can make a difference in many ways. But if you have no control over these things, just have a natural flow.
Yeah.
Okay, no, this problem is not for you, it's the whole world. Okay, it's not just you, and people understand it. The Congress understands, and I'm sure everyone understands. So we're gonna go with the flow. Kindly, Janet, provide us with a genuine agent in Kenya again. I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming there, and I'll post. Okay.
Can bank statement used at the embassy be different from the one sent to the school?
But why?
Again, the only way I think works with the embassy is demonstrating. Because the school will send you everything and they'll send the embassy. I forgot to tell you guys that. What you send the school is what they send the embassy. I send my paperwork to the school and they send the embassy. So when I showed up, the embassy knew I had a scholarship. Okay, so there's flow of information.
Consistency.
Yeah? Consistency. That's why they have an international program for every college there has international students.
Approved, yeah.
So you need to be consistent. The example I was using is when I asked for a waiver for TOEFL, and they waived me. The college did. If I showed up to the embassy with 0 English or point something English, they will say what the school say is not what you're portraying in front of us. So you try not to. And
that's another reason why they deny people inconsistencies. They can send some lies. You know, they don't like that.
Yeah, they don't.
If especially things are competitive, keep it clean. Keep the process clean as you can. Keep it clean. Someone say, can I come on B2 visa while I'm K1 visa in the process? I guess it's fiancé visa they are waiting for. Can they come visiting? If the embassy approves, I think you'll have a mountain.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a mountain getting that visiting visa. Remember, the embassy decides these things. You know, if you go and they give you a visa, you come. You know what I mean? But I think they will deny, based from experience. Even I was with Sarah. Sarah married an American citizen, and she was going to ask for a visiting visa. She was denied twice. Until, you know, she just waited for the process to run its course, because they know you are taking a shortcut.
Yeah.
Because the correct visa is to apply for a green card for a spouse. You know, is to apply for a fiancé visa. So if you go for visiting, sometimes they'll think you're jumping the line. But as I said, if they give you, well and good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you are missing your fiancé, that's usually what happens. Because maybe it's taking 8 months or 12 months, and you are missing your boyfriend, girlfriend, or fiancé. So people think they can come and visit to cut the.
There's visas for that. The right visa.
You apply for the correct visa, and patience pays. 6 months will go very quick. Okay, all right. It's valid for 5 years. I've been traveling now and then. Okay, Mercy says she has a visa for visiting visa. Yeah. Okay. So any interesting questions and answers, James? I don't know if you're feeling tired or something.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Oh, there is the Luo. That's one of my favorite followers here. Yeah. He always tells me he was denied 5 times. I like that. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Persistence. Persistence, yeah. I have one of my followers, can you imagine? 9 times.
Yeah.
9 times. And some people go there, they're denied once, they give up. Some of them don't win the green card once or twice, they give up already. So persistence is the key. Have you found your life here very easy?
I can say...
Is it worth it being here?
Yes. I mean, I think I stayed with the process. When you come here, again, coming to US is good, but the reason that brought you here, stay with it. If it was college, stay with it. Okay, there are people who come in and they ditch college, which is an F1 visa, without adjusting it and start working. And most of them, in my experience, they have 2 jobs. Okay, so
good point.
Finish if it's college.
Hang in there.
Hang in there. I mean, financial reasons, they're understandable, but try to accomplish. It might take long, but accomplish what brought you here, because eventually that's what's going to sustain you. Let's say they say, okay, we don't want you here anymore. You don't want to go back to Kenya for example, for me. Without a degree, I have to go
So why did you come here? Even people at home will be like, well, he went to US. What did he do?
No degree, no nothing.
Yeah, well, he went to waste time there,
Yeah.
But if you finish, you have chances of getting even a good job, so you don't have to work 2-3 jobs.
Yes.
You see, people come here and put money first. They're like, oh my God, I can't imagine I'm losing all that money. If I just stop college, I can work 2-3 jobs, and I'm earning just like a nurse, or I'm earning just like that doctor. I can put in all that. And then after 5 years, they get burnout. Now they can't keep on. They don't have the same energy. You know what I mean?
They don't have the degree.
They have nothing to show.
Yeah, nothing to show. Stay with the program, because your question is, how is my life?
Yeah.
I stay with the program, and everything just I closed one chapter, opened another chapter. Just
so
like
you
that.
loved it.
Yeah.
That's how you ended up with a good job.
Yeah.
So you work 2 or 3 jobs, or you work 1?
I've always worked one.
Yeah. One is able to feed you and make you happy. Someone says she was denied 3 times. Now she has been invited by the sister. Even me, by the way, the reason I've always told them from experience, I've been seeing people going for the conference getting more visas than visiting. There's something in the reason why you are going that gives you. I'm glad you brought up that point, James, because I think the reason why you're coming, it has to give them a good reason. If you are 3 candidates, I think they'll give the one that will make a difference.
Yes.
Yeah. If someone is coming to an international conference to improve the kids or to poverty, you know what I mean? And you are coming to see your sister, but people come, okay?
Yeah.
People come, but maybe they have a number of visas they give per year. Me, I've never known their secrets, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But me, I just believe, as you say, the reason why you're coming is very, very important.
Very important,
yes. Well, I'm so happy to see Frank. You know why?
Right.
I rarely see people from Tanzania.
Nice. Welcome, Frank.
Yeah. I just love, most of, Tanzania, I've seen, because they are neighbors here, but I rarely see them. So welcome, Frank. Thank you so much for watching. And I know many, many, many countries. For those who are new on this page, by the way, we are international, okay? Because, all right, we are international, so we cater to many people. The U.S. Embassy serves all the countries the same way. So this information, for some reason, is everywhere. Follow us from everywhere. And always thank you for following. 60,000 strong, by the way. Yeah. All right. We are almost concluding because our people are getting tired. Okay, what happens if you married after getting your visa and admission, you still apply for F2? It's the same thing she was asking, right?
You married to...
After getting your visa.
Married to American?
Yeah, that's Is it married to American or...
Answer is, if you're married to American, it's more like just the fiancé trying to get here with the fiancé, visiting visa where you're visiting your fiancé. They say, we have a fiancé visa, and you have 90 days when you get there to get married.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're married, just apply for a green card, permanent residence.
Yeah, the green card is always good.
Yeah.
Thank you from Rwanda and Mombasa. People are telling me where they are watching for. Let's take some of the last questions. If I've already joined for degree program here in Kenya and I happen to get a school, I made a video on that. Say someone is in University of Nairobi, Makerere, they are somewhere in Ghana, and they are doing a degree, maybe their first years or second years. What do they do?
I have friends that have done that. They started.
What happens?
You really have to start over here. So those credits, I don't think they'll give you credits for what you did over there. But if you close that chapter
and come with a degree.
Come with the degree is the same. We were answering that again.
Yeah, but someone told me, like Sarah, they accepted her credits from University of Makerere. Not everything, but they took some.
Yeah.
It depends. Each college has their own policies, by the way. Just have an open mind. I don't know where you'll end up. Wherever you end up, work with that college. But the whole point was this: take the chance.
Take the chance. Yeah.
If you got the visa, take that chance.
Yeah.
If I'm fourth year, I'm not going to apply for student visa, or I start the process, so I graduate. When I'm ready to graduate, I apply. So that way I'm coming with my degree. But if you're first, second, and you can't wait, go ahead and apply and take a chance with America, you know. All right. Someone is Nigerian.
Political science. If you're coming to college, I think if you're international, you're not gonna be doing political here in America. So if you're doing political science at university, apply for the college. But I don't think they will consider political science because you're not as a job. Because you're not American, okay? So college-wise, because you might go back and use it.
Yeah. And you can come here and solidify that with the American, you know, and work for it. There are so many departments that will need your political science degree. And
in my opinion, if you're doing political science, in my opinion,
your opinion,
they think you're going back to be a politician. So they might give you because you have interest back in your country. And if you look like most of the politicians back in Kenya, they have done some political science stuff, and that's why they are back. So it kind of gives them an impression that you are.
Actually, it's a good one to go back home, right?
Yeah, it gives them the impression that you are.
Yeah, your intention is to go back home.
Yeah.
Some courses, and by the way, that's all I always say: when you're planning to stay here permanently, choose your course wisely.
Yeah.
But there are many jobs. James did business administration. He's doing very well. I think.
It is. Someone asked about financing and economics, accounting. If you look at any business, whether it's hospitals, whether it's IT, they are all businesses. They are there to make money.
Yeah.
They need the guys behind the scene. The backbone of any business, any institution is the accounting and finances area. We are not going to run a hospital without knowing if you're making money or if you're not. We have to have an accountant who can do the accounting work. You have to have the managers who will manage specific departments. So
even the hospitals have engineering departments too. You can work electrical engineering, you can work mechanical engineering. The thing is just solidify American education. I like that. So any course will be very good. But the reason why people stick with nursing is because of the pathway. There's a pathway to green card and citizenship. So that is usually the most attractive, and the jobs are easy to find. So you just know exactly when you finish, the chances of getting a job are very high. So that's what makes nursing attractive. But you can do anything else, Even political science, if but I would make my life easy personally, take a course that I'll easily fit in. But as James said, if you want to go back home, that's a good option. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. James, do you have anything else to say? Personally, me, I like it here. I like being a positive person. I'm going finally, my website is ready. Okay, so I'm going to release it this month. So we have about 30 days to come to Kenya. Plan yourselves. I'm coming one-on-one. Thank you so much for always following. Remember to keep the dream alive and have a strong desire to succeed. The desire will push you over the edge. The desire will make you the best. You stand, you fall, but you never give up, my friends. You know what? Because you're the best. As James, you said, persistence is the key.
Yes.
Okay? It took you too long, James, to come and see me.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that you finally came.
Yeah.
You've been a very consistent guest. Okay,
Thank
and I
you.
have to thank you for that. Okay,
Thank
because
you.
there are many people that need this information.
Yeah.
Information is power. Most of this information, if you are new on this page, honestly, the lives that have been changed are so many, in the thousands now, to be quite honest. Some of them were here and they just, now they managed to be comfortable on the student visa. People have managed to come on their visas. Some are going to Canada. Some of them, I tell them, I don't know more about Canada, but I come with people that know about Canada, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for always coming. Continue to follow, subscribe Janet Rangi on YouTube. This is It's Janet Rangi here on Facebook. We have 40,000, more than 40,000 likes, but close to 60,000 followers. It's because of you. We have 5-star reviews, and thank you so much for leaving good comments and leaving good reviews. We thank you for that, okay? All right. So kindly share your WhatsApp. I'm going to share WhatsApp because that's how you're going to pay for the money for the book. We're going to print it. It needs printing costs, it needs shipping costs, and that's all, okay? It's going to have all this information packaged in one thing. Can you imagine something that is packaged, okay? All these questions and answered. So when you read the book, you really understand. We hope many, many young people will join the world. Some of us knew, but we want to know in numbers.
True.
Okay, this is the era of information. I believe everyone should know these things so we can make a decision. Bottom line, that's it. Bottom line is to change lives, but bottom line is to give information so people can feel empowered to do these things alone, okay? All right, Betty, I hear your sentiments and everything. All right. Thank you so much for coming, my friends. We'll see you in the next video.
Well, an easy saying, when the going gets tough, the tougher ones get going. Okay.
I love that.
Yeah, so we'll end up with that. Just keep trying.
Keep trying. Thank you so much, James. All right. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.